Okay.
Are we actually here?
I think so.
I can't tell yet.
I think I'm going to take off my shoes because they're big boots and I can't get my feet comfortable. It has come, Kristina.
Okay.
The time you rejoice.
All right.
About cold, miserable cold.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It was so cold coming home last night because I had left all my windows open and all my doors open.
Yes.
So I got home at 8:00 at night and the whole house was just freezing.
Yeah, I scurried around and did a very quick window closing yesterday before this could happen to me as well.
What time?
That's a good question. I think I did it right away in the morning. Does that guy out there have no pants on? See that guy walking his dog?
What, the little kid?
No. See, way out on the ball field.
No, he just has tan pants. Can't you tell the difference?
Stupid skinny pants. I'm so sick of skinny pants. They're skinny jeans or whatever they are. Aren't you sick of them?
No.
Well, like, they don't look flattering on anyone. I don't understand. I mean, unless you're a 10-year-old girl who has little toothpick legs, you can get away with skinny jeans. But everyone else, they make us look like we've got a big old, like a chicken thigh thing.
Well,
drumstick.
I guess
legs.
I'm so used to it that I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't thinking I was done with it, or I just wasn't having any kind of opinion about it at all.
Well, that particular guy walking his dog out there wearing tan, skinny pants who looks like he's just got a plaid shirt and no pants on.
What if he's listening to the show right now? And
he's not. He's walking his dog.
Yeah, but he could have an earpiece in. He could be
I thought
listening.
our streaming was broken or something.
Yeah, but he could actually be hearing us on the radio.
Whoa. Is our streaming still broken?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just put a notice on our page.
I haven't. Since I have no computer, I haven't really been checking my email very often. So.
Yeah, you haven't kind of gotten a handle on that yet?
No, not really.
Okay.
It's kind of as obsessed as I sometimes am about online life. It's kind of nice to just not check anything for a while.
You know, Ariel did the same thing this week.
Really?
She just went off. She went off Facebook. She was
like forever?
No.
She's got to have that because it's sort of a good networking tool, especially if you're a musician, I'm sorry to say.
Well, it's true. And I liked her posts. Her posts made me feel like there was some sanity.
Yeah.
Because she just posted things like she would show pictures of her bunnies and her goats and 10,000 pictures just of the sunset. But somehow her doing it was different than boring people. You know,
I don't like looking at boring people's pictures of the sunset.
No,
It's just... Ugh.
Yeah. You can tell if it's a boring one or if it's a good one.
I know.
I'm sorry. You can tell.
I agree.
People are
I'm
different that way.
Preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
I only could find a red pen today for my list, so it's kind of like...
Ugh, I wouldn't even bother.
Written in blood.
If that's... I use red for accounting.
Oh, something that's already evil?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, isn't foliage totally weird this year?
There isn't any.
Yeah.
Some people came to my museum yesterday, and they were from Connecticut, and they were like really offended by the fact that there wasn't any foliage, and they'd come all the way to Vermont for their vacation to see the foliage, and there wasn't any, and they were super irritated because they said to me, look, we came here 2 years ago on Columbus Day weekend, which is, you know, a week or so from now, and they said, and we had missed all the foliage. So this year we decided we'd come a week or two early, and they were very grievously annoyed that there was no foliage.
Hey, I get it.
And I felt like they were kind of holding me personally responsible, like I controlled this somehow.
Well, I think we all should take responsibility for it, don't you?
Yeah, I guess, but...
We can't just get all the glory all the time.
Like, where is it?
It's not... What happens, this is the weird thing, is that the leaves are green, and then they get a slightly yellow tinge, and then
just brown, and then they fall.
Yeah, and then they fall right off. There's no fun stuff happening. So it's...
Yeah, you know how on Facebook you can look through your memories every day from all the years past? So I clicked on that this morning. I wasn't using my computer. I was using John's because I don't have a computer. But I saw 2 years ago this tree on my drive to work every day was brilliant red, and the sky was brilliant blue, and it's in front of this beautiful old townhouse, and I had taken a picture of it, and it was just the most amazing color you'd ever seen. And all week long when I've been driving by it now, it never had any color. It's completely bare, and it's just bare standing up there.
Where's the tree that Courtney put? Because Courtney took a picture out here somewhere, and it was orange, but I don't see anything but green.
No.
It must be...
Maybe it's around the corner.
There must be some anomalies.
Maybe.
You know? So, I don't know, just...
Well, whatever.
I didn't mean to bring you down.
It's okay. I'm a bit down anyway.
Yeah, we just have to...
I can't get my eye makeup off, and that was, like, really tragic.
It looks kind of cool. Looks like...
Well, I don't wear eye makeup, and this morning I was just feeling really kind of ugly, like uglier than usual. I mean, I usually go out and feel like, ooh, I look around and everyone's cute, and I'm all, like, schlumpy. But so I said, okay, it's sort of my version of casual Friday. I decided not to wear a Victorian costume to work today because I've got to fly out to a soccer game immediately afterward, and I just didn't want to deal with it. So I hope my boss or anyone comes to work today because I'm even wearing jeans, and that's not part of the dress code. But I said I've got to pep myself up a little, so I went and got some eye makeup that was like 3 years old that my sister gave me, I guess, and to the kind you paint on with a little tiny paintbrush, and I tried to put it on, and I put it all around my whole eyes because I don't really know what the hell I'm doing. And then I looked at it, and it was the ugliest thing I ever saw, so I immediately tried to take it off, and it wouldn't come off. And I rubbed at it with like I guess you probably need some specific stuff to take it off, like
chemicals.
Makeup remover, which I don't own because I don't wear makeup. And so I tried lotions and soap, and I tried all kinds of things, and nothing happened. And I just kind of rubbed at it like continually with a Q-tip for a really long time.
I can help you.
You have chemicals?
I have chemicals because I had 2 daughters.
Oh.
And every year I look at that bottle of makeup remover and I say, should I throw it away? And
every year? How? I don't want to put like a million-year-old...
It doesn't change. It's always the same. It just sits in the bottle, and you only need a tiny dab, and it just takes off everything.
That's weird.
Probably
Kristina.
take out your eyeball, too.
Yeah, this is so close to my eye. I'm a little worried. So I tried a lot of stuff, and now I just have like smudgy black circles around my eyes today.
It kind of looks like you're...
So that's great.
It looks like you're a dancer, and you're going to a dance recital.
And you are like a dancer. I don't know how the frick to put on makeup.
But you are a dancer, and you're just not going to a dance recital. You're going to work. But schlumpy is the new hot.
Not
yes,
for
it
me.
is. For me, it is. I have figured
well, you can pull that off. But
I've dialed it in.
I know you have, but
schlumpy.
I am not you.
Well,
I just look actually schlumpy. I don't look like schlumpy hot, too cool for school the way that you look.
How did I manage that?
I don't know. It's weird, but you did, and I can't. So
I try to analyze it, how it works.
it's probably because you have breasts, so you can get away with anything in the manner of dress.
No, think of Patti Smith. She was a little stick person.
Well, those are the two options. You can either have breasts or be a stick person.
Right. And what are you?
I have neither of those things.
Okay, tell me. I have a question since we're on this topic of beauty. Okay. Is it okay to go to a beauty salon and tell them that it's your worst nightmare to sit for 2 hours and look at yourself in a mirror?
I hate the way they make you look too. They slick your hair all down and they part it in the middle, and then
you look like a drowned
the
rat.
lights give you big bags under your eyes, and you have to stare at yourself, and you're like, it's horrifying.
Well, this is kind of why I haven't gone to get my hair cut or anything, is because I don't want to sit and look into those awful mirrors.
I can cut your hair. I cut hair.
But can you ask them to turn you like 90 degrees away from the mirror? Or is that rude?
I don't know. There might be something that they need with their lights.
You could give them an extra tip, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they should just...
I'm kind of getting up the courage to see. Maybe you could call them in advance.
Are there any beauty salons without mirrors?
No, I don't think so. It's a big part of it.
You could start one.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody's done that.
Or if the mirror had little things painted on it, so that when you looked in it, you had like a little flowered hat or something. You know, if they just painted around it so that your face was framed with some sort of cool thing, you know, like Snapchat filters. What if they put like whiskers and like that funny little eyeglass, big nose, mustache thing that you can wear if you're like incognito?
Yes.
If they painted that right in the middle of the mirror so that you could stick your face behind that,
like
that would be a
like
relief.
Peter Sellers.
Yeah,
I would love to look like Peter Sellers.
That would be totally fine.
That would even be better than Schlumpy is the new hot. The Peter Sellers look with the red trench coat.
Oh, God.
Yeah, then we really wouldn't have to...
put on a fashion show with all these
Well, that's
things.
What I'm saying is that you wouldn't have to worry much about what you were wearing if you could just cover it up with a trench coat every day.
I know.
So I'm going to shoot for that as I age, kind of morph into full coverage.
That sounds fine, I guess.
Well, no, nobody ever sees me anyway, so it doesn't matter. No, they don't. I work alone. I mean, whoever sees me.
Hopefully no one will come to my museum today, so I don't have to, because I'm of the socially awkward breed that immediately will feel the need to explain to people why I have raccoon eyes, and that's just not appropriate to perfect strangers.
You know, it just looks normal. It looks normal makeup-y. I mean, for makeup, it looks like
normal.
But
I don't, I don't wear it, so when I look in the mirror, it looks bizarre to me, like I did something, like I exploded something in my eye. I don't know.
You're going to be dealing with strangers today. And so you just hold your head high. You know what you do this is how you do it. You go chin up.
So if you don't have the remover for waterproof makeup or whatever this stuff is, will it just eventually wear off? I'm going to assume. Mm-hmm. Yes, it will. It's not like that you took a Sharpie to your face. Even a Sharpie will eventually wear off.
No, you'll die with it that way.
Oh, great.
It's permanently
I was thinking of
it's
getting makeup tattooed on. That would be super handy, don't you think? Not really like makeup, but I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind if they filled in like my lips or something with a darker color. That would be kind of cool. And my eyebrows are getting a little splotchy, so they could fill those in. I think that would be kind of fun. If you're going to get a tattoo, and then you can be like, I have a tattoo, but it's really just your eyebrow.
I don't know what to say.
Okay. You don't have to say anything. It's all right.
Yeah. I just keep... I don't know. I don't know where you're going to go in your life. If you're down this low, I don't know where
I need to get rid of mirrors. They're not helping.
I think mirrors can give you a misperception for your whole life long.
Oh God,
I really do believe what they said on that science program about how mirrors actually give you this inaccurate, twisted view of yourself. And if you could really see what you really look like instead of what you think you look like in a mirror, you would just feel so much better. So I don't know, people. Advice today is to just try to avoid the mirrors. Like, don't take them seriously. Please. For gosh sake. Yeah. So, well, my horoscope says I should be partying, I'd say one day out of 4 this week.
What?
And
you hate partying.
I do. So I was going to ask you for some advice. Like, how do you party when you hate parties?
Does it specifically say you have to party with other people?
The implication is that that's what makes it a party.
Can't you just go home and throw some confetti at the cats and be like, woohoo, party?
I could. Party,
and then be done with it.
You know, it's like love the one you're with. Stephen Stills said it, and it embedded itself in my early childhood.
Yeah.
Love the one you're with. Why not?
Or 3 in your case, as you have 3 cats.
Right. Okay.
Kristina's not actually a crazy cat lady. I only have 1 less cat than you.
No, I just ended up with cat. Just because I have cats doesn't mean anything. It just means that I took in the stray animals, and I've been accused of taking in stray people as well. I mean, this is a common theme in my life, is taking in strays. So, and you don't kick them out once you take them in.
No. All right, let me see what I have on my red pen list here.
Okay. And then we can talk about hornets a little bit.
Oh my God, there's a huge paper wasp or hornet or whatever. What's the ones that make the big gray balls of paper in the trees? Wasps? Hornets?
Well,
paper.
Hornets do too, but paper wasps do.
Oh, there's a huge one over our road, like giant.
Yeah, that's nothing.
It's way up high.
It's nothing compared to what I have at my house. Nothing can compare. There are hornets nested in the eaves of the house. And you know how big my house is, right?
Yeah.
So the whole 3rd floor, you look out the window and you see swarming hornets. And this, of course, the hot weather that we had made it about 100 times worse. And then they started getting in to the house.
That's the worst.
Yeah, so I've never had this kind of a hornet emergency, I guess is what you call it.
You may have to call in reinforcements and have someone take them down.
I'm going to do that. I'm not going to use chemicals. I'm not using pesticides. Forget that. But when they slow down, when they dormantize, is that a word?
Nope.
When they become dormant?
Sure,
yes. I'm going to have to get some help. I'm going to have to take apart the eaves of the house to get the nests out.
Well, it's just like a board, right?
It's a soffit, but it's all... it's all carpentried together with nails.
Oh, stupid carpentry.
It's just complex. And
you should just Velcro that stuff on there.
Yeah, stuff.
Then,
I like that.
And then you can take it off.
Well, it was so hot. It was so unnaturally hot this week. And so I decided not to go gardening on Monday and Tuesday. And I worked in the studio, but the studio's on the 3rd floor. And so I had this combination of being in a sauna and not being able to. Yeah, but I couldn't open the windows. Well, I have some screens, but some of the the biggest window doesn't have a screen, and the hornets were getting in. And so I had to spend, half my time catching hornets and putting them out. And then every time I opened the window, some would try to fly in.
What do they want with you?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm afflicted.
Oh, I hate hornets. See, I would actually be killing those little puppies.
Yeah.
I don't
what
like
is it
to kill
called?
things,
Is it called like a pestilence? Is that what they call it? When you have an infestation of insects of some type into your life?
I feel like that's more for like the plague and stuff.
I'd rather have dragons than hornets, really.
Well,
of
course.
What is a dragon? It's like a snake and a bird.
A mythical
or a
creature
dinosaur.
that doesn't exist. So let's have those.
Well, yeah, but what's it made of? Think about it. What is it? Half and half.
It's a lizard. It's a lizard and a bird.
Well, what about the tail? Is that
that's still lizardy.
It's not snake.
It's basically just a little dinosaur thing.
See, dinosaur's different. It's different epic.
It's not. I wouldn't say snake. I don't feel like snake is in there.
Okay, the face is more lizardy.
And the scaly body. It's like a pterodactyl.
You keep flip-flopping between lizards and dinosaurs.
Well, lizards and dinosaurs are pretty much the same thing.
Okay, fair point.
So
I'll go with that. Yeah.
I don't get where the fire-breathing part comes in, though. How do they do that?
It's mythical.
Yeah, but...
Don't worry.
How do they explain that away? How do they explain it?
It will... See, what they say is that it will burn away all of your sin.
Maybe it just has really bad breath.
Yes, but metaphorically
so it's like
speaking,
gaseous and it just like ignites.
This is like the phoenix. It's a time to rebirth yourself. You've heard of the birther movement.
Are you making sense or now?
Am I free associating? I'm just playing.
I'm just checking to see if I should be following this or if it's okay that I have no idea.
I'm actually playing the free association game, sort of the random radio. That's what we call it. Free stream of consciousness radio, brought to you by 11th Hour Radio with Emily Howe.
Good, slipping that in there. And Kristina Stykos. We did not introduce the show before.
Oh, we're so crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of crazy. No, I had this.
What don't we speak of?
That's crazy. Yeah, I had this crazy rash last night. Speaking of,
rash on my finger.
Did you ever rash?
It's a little rash on my finger.
Oh, maybe it's going round. Mine was big. I was gardening for 8 hours yesterday, and I sort of slumped into the car. Speaking of schlumpy, I got in the car at 6:45 last night. It was getting dark, Ew. And after that much physical activity, you sit in a car for an hour. You just go into altered states, and suddenly I felt burning on my legs. And so I thought I was just hallucinating. I thought I was making it up from the extreme changes in temperature from, being outside in 45-degree weather into being in a heated car. But I got home and I had this rash growing up both legs.
Whoa. Did you go in poison parsnip? What did you get into?
I'm not really sure. I did have holes in my pant
nettles,
knees.
Little gnats.
I can't think. I wasn't in nettles. So
I think I got a spider bite. It's right on my inner knuckle. And it puffs way up in the morning.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what it could be. I think it's little
spiders. Are you okay? You going to be all right?
I hope so.
Does that have anything to do with the eye makeup?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just checking. Oh my gosh, it's 11:22. Just too many things going on all at once. And now we're going to have a song. This is by...
Do you know? Do you even know?
Yes, I do.
You do for once?
I do very much know.
Okay.
Because I recorded this and
Oh, it's you.
I play on it. No, it's not
you.
Me.
Well, it's partially you.
It's the artist known as...
Formerly known as...
Robert Bryant.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's see. I think I press this button and I press... I got to cue
Now I've gotten you all confused.
You have. Okay. I'll get try. Learning to Cry.
Dark clouds rolling down the mountainside, feels like it's fixing to rain. All of my sorrows hidden deep inside, no one will know of my pain. When a cloudburst comes upon a sunny day, everyone wonders why. Standing still at the edge of my mind, trying to learn how to cry. Thunder is stirring up with driving rain. I gotta go with the flow. Flood of feelings rising up in me, so much more than you'll know. Big winds whipping across a clear blue sky can shake truth out of a lie. Waiting here for the storm to sail by, trying to learn how to cry. Iceman melts before my eyes, past dissolves, no more disguise. I found the courage to feel whatever is real. Rivers filling fast beyond their banks, tears running right down my face. No longer holding back the things I feel, washing out every last trace. Water rising up above the dam, what's frozen will suddenly fly. Riding the wave as the changes break through, I finally learned how to cry. Riding the wave as the changes break through, I finally learned how to cry.
Robert Bryant.
Were you the guitar part?
Yes, and Patrick Ross was playing fiddle.
Very good.
That beautiful fiddle playing just slays me.
I know.
It's so
me too.
gorgeous. Oh, wow.
I'm super grouchy because last night I discovered, so we have this wedding business, and we also sometimes we have a list of rentals that people can rent from us after they rent our venue. And one of the things is linens. We have all the tablecloths and stuff. And at the last wedding, I didn't realize it, but there was a bag of tablecloths unwashed still someplace out of sight in the laundry room, and it got overlooked. And it was in a plastic bag, and the tablecloths, of course, had things spilled on them and stuff. And so they were a little bit moist in the dirty bag. And when I pulled them out, they were all mildewed, and you can't get mildew out. I mean, I can get stains out, but mildew is different. Mildew is its own thing that, like, you know, those black speckles that you get on things, they don't ever come out. There's no product in the world to get them out. So the whole bag of them was ruined.
Vinegar?
I washed them all and, like,
soak it in vinegar and put it out in the
bleachy
sun.
Things. Nope.
No. Really?
And there's some sort
is
of
hard. I have a guitar
mildew
case.
does not come out.
I have a guitar case that
Of
smells
white
like
things.
mildew, and
So I, like, ruined a whole batch
the
of
whole bag.
tablecloths, which makes me really mad.
I know. It's a strange kind of smell that lasts forever and ever and ever.
How come you can't get it out? Like, what is so?
Maybe it's alive.
Yeah, but why can't you kill it? I even used bleach, and we don't even like bleach because I had a bad bleach experience recently where I exploded bleach all over the entire room and ruined my favorite pants. But
well, I think it's an apocalypse thing that certain things will survive the apocalypse, and mildew is one of them.
Yeah,
so just let it be. Just let it be.
I could dye the whole tablecloth like a wine color.
They'd still smell.
It's just
really.
speckled.
Did you try vinegar? Really seriously?
I didn't try vinegar, but why would vinegar work when, like,
vinegar does a lot of stuff, a whole lot of stuff. So just check it out. Google away.
Okay, but I kind of don't think you can do anything about mildew.
I don't think you're right about that. I think you're just wrong. You're just wrong. Yeah. Yeah, so I do want to tell you some things about personal growth.
You're going to tell me things about personal growth? We're not going to actually personally grow?
Well, it's with you, it's really hard because you're so resistant to personal growth that I really have to sort of stimulate your imagination to get you to even consider, expanding your consciousness. But I think you're going to want to, because today we're going to be talking about hooking up. No, because so many people don't even really know what it is. I mean, especially people my age.
I know. I think it means sex to younger people, right?
Yeah, but it's way, way, way more than that. I mean, to people like me, it's just getting together. Like you used to say, yeah, let's hook up on Friday. Right. I mean, it was an innocent thing to say. And now you can't say
like
it.
Dirty.
Yeah, but I heard a whole thing on hookup culture and how it's really problematic for kids in college now because there's a whole ritual that's associated with it.
Does it kind of imply that it's sort of like a one-time thing, like what we would be calling like a one-night stand?
No, it can be, but
or is it like the start of a relationship? It doesn't seem like that at all to me.
No, in fact, it's kind of can't be that. Because it's supposed to not involve emotions,
so it's like
and girls
casual encounter.
But this is how women, young women get a reputation. You know, we used to get a bad reputation because we were slutty. Now you get a bad reputation if you hook up and you get emotionally invested in the relationship. That's how you get a bad reputation in hookup culture. Yeah.
I totally don't understand.
Yeah, put that in your pipe
the
and smoke
equivalent
it.
of having a one night stand and like then acting like you're in love with that person? Is that what
Well,
you're talking about?
you can do it 2 or 3 times and have it still qualify for a hookup. You know, you can, but you're not supposed to care. And if it's just really important that you don't care and that you show that you demonstrate that you don't care, or you're going to get a bad reputation. And there's this whole thing that evidently happens in bars, on dance floors, and at parties on dance floors where the young woman is supposed to go out on the dance floor and, you know, start to dance, whatever. And the guy that wants to hook up with her comes up behind her.
Ew, this sounds like some sort of insect mating ritual, the way you're describing it.
Yeah, that's today's theme, is insect behavior.
Does he bite her in the back of the neck and then
she's not supposed to
does she devour him afterward?
No, get this. She's not supposed to look at him. And so how does she know if she wants to engage kind of with this thing?
What?
And I don't even know like how you dance.
I don't know even what you're talking about. You can't look.
Why I thought
so this is like you are going to decide whether or not you're about to have sex with someone by them dancing invisibly behind you.
Well, yeah, and get this. This is how you then your friends, your girlfriends are supposed to be. You position yourself so that you can see your girlfriends off on the side.
This is so complicated. Thank you God that I am not a 20-something right now.
Yeah, so the guy is behind you, and you're not supposed to look at him, but you look at your girlfriends, and they secretly signal you to tell you if he's a cool guy, a hot guy, or not.
How the frick do they know?
Your girlfriends know.
Just by looking at him.
Yeah.
So he's a total moron, like basket case. And he like looks cool to some of your random friends.
No, they can make your real friends make an assessment for you.
Just on looks on a dance floor.
They tell you. Yes.
Oh my God.
It's hookup culture, Emily.
Okay. All
Come
right.
on.
I don't think that particular situation that you're describing right now, I've clearly never been a part of.
No, that's why this is this whole thing.
For the regular hookup thing. Not really.
We should just be breathing a sigh of relief that we didn't have to go through this particular mating ritual.
I know. I mean, unfortunately for me, I got married way, 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 way too young, so I didn't really do any of that stuff. And then there was a very brief in-between period.
How did that go?
There were a couple sort of one-night stand things, just because I was like, well... I'm an old lady, and I don't know any of these things.
You're like in your 20s, right?
No,
old lady. Oh, you're in your 30s?
Yeah.
So you're an old lady, okay.
And then I was like, this is so not fun, and I don't know what I'm doing, and this is really, really awkward, and I'm not emotionally equipped to deal with the dating world right now. So then I dated just a few friends casually, and then happily, this actual good marriage came along, so... I think I've missed out on all these insect mating rituals that you described.
Yeah, I think it's 80% of stuff that happens outside of significant relationships is kind of icky.
Yeah.
And we don't want to admit it because there's this whole mythology around being free, freedom, blah blah blah.
Well,
but
this that you're describing doesn't sound terribly free. It sounds weird. It sounds really weird.
Yeah. But
that is not how, if I was going to hook up with somebody, I'm making little air quotes here.
Yeah,
it would have nothing to do with someone dancing behind me in a bar. What?
I know. I gotta.
I'm really picky in the area too. So I would have to look at the person and say like, hey, they're dancing really badly. Not that should matter because that's really mean of me, but I'm picky about that kind of thing.
Well, it's better if you can't see them. If they're behind you, you can't see.
No, I'd rather like to know if they were dancing badly or not.
Well, you're just not going to be a part of hookup culture.
No, I'm not.
Sorry. Yeah, it's not for us.
No, you're single-ish still. You could still give this a try.
Ish? What do you mean? I'm more than ish.
Okay, cat lady, but like you could go and try this.
No.
And let's try it. I'll be the friend that signals to you whether they're dancing badly or not, because I will know.
Uh-huh.
What?
No.
What? But do you ahead of time provide me with like criteria that I'm supposed to be looking for?
Emily, you don't know how to have friends anymore.
We don't go to bars, Kristina.
I know, but we don't have friendships like that.
No, that makes no sense to me.
I vaguely remember some period of time where I had a small group of female friends. Do I, or am I making that up? Now I'm trying to think, like, really? When did you have a group of girlfriends? Not in college. And you dropped out of college, so then what? Then you had like one bad relationship after the next. So what are you talking
there's
about?
like the mommy friend group, though, usually.
Oh, yeah, the mommy, that's it.
Right. They're not really the bar hopping type, though, as I recall.
No, but we used to get together at each other's houses and hang out while the kids were playing.
But usually there's not random men dancing behind you when this is happening.
Not generally. No, I think
that would make play dates more entertaining.
No,
though.
You know what used to be really exciting for me?
What?
This is like the high point, the pinnacle of my experience of the dating rituals is when the guy would come over to your house and split your wood.
Ooh.
And you'd see that axe flying.
Yeah, okay. I'm a sucker for a guy chopping wood. Yeah.
And guess what?
I hear every word you're saying.
Guess my first marriage, you know what the pickup line was? What he said to me at the party?
He was going to cut your wood?
He asked me if I had a wedge. That was it. I said, you bet. Yeah, so, you know.
Yeah, I could watch a hot guy chop wood for a really long time.
Yeah. I had the
I'm not going to like help him or anything, but I could watch it.
Well, I like to split wood. So, but it was just cool at that time. I'm not sure I had really split wood very much. Well, maybe I had. I did have a wedge. I guess I was trying to learn how to split wood because I was living in a cabin.
I'm okay at it, but it's more fun when someone else does it.
Yeah, it's just a thing. It's just a thing about getting that experience.
Nice. It's a really satisfying noise when that noise from the core of a log when it splits in half. That like popping kind of sound.
I haven't even heard it this fall. That's
no,
awful.
Because you know the sound I'm talking about.
Yes,
though.
And all my firewood came split and delivered, and there's kind of a letdown on that. I mean, on the one hand, I'm too busy probably to. My firewood.
They could have left you like a piece or two, though.
Well, it's just that it wouldn't have gotten undercover in time. There was this option to let him just drop it out in the driveway, and I considered it, and then I said, "Really, come on, be realistic here."
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's like hiring someone to clean your house. Like I don't do that. I don't have the money to do that. To hire a house cleaner.
Right.
It's that same kind of feeling like you're letting go of something that potentially has a lot of enjoyment in it because it's caring for your own space and making it beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I think firewood's part of that. I mean, the potential is there for firewood to be something that's really satisfying, deeply, deeply spiritually satisfying.
And hookup worthy.
And what?
And hookup worthy.
Oh, right. We did relate it to old-fashioned hooking up. Right. This is kind of rural hookup symbology. Has more to do with.
I feel like this is a hard thing around here because everybody knows everybody, so it's not as anonymous as it could be.
I don't know anybody.
Well, I know everybody.
I just don't know. Like, I
would have had to been careful in the dating world because half of everybody is like my cousin. So that would be...
Ooh, that would be a little dicey.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Not actually illegal, but just still feels not quite... not as sexy as it could be in a third world country or wherever you are supposed to marry your brother.
I don't know. I just don't circulate, and I don't really want to. I just figure good stuff is out there in the ethers, and that cosmically, karmically, it will come to me. But it's not working very well.
Yeah. Whatever.
I mean, it's working okay. I have met some great people this year. Just like it just comes in waves, and I've had this wave of a lot of solitude lately. Hermit, like I feel like a hermit sometimes, but I get a lot of work done that way.
That's good.
Like tons and tons.
I've got nothing done lately. Like
what do you
literally
mean,
nothing?
That's not true.
No, nothing. My house is a disaster zone. I haven't even picked up anything. Like
I
was not surprised to find the nasty bag of laundry that hadn't been done because
you just said of course. Of course. There's the nasty bag. You just said, of course. This is a symbol for my life. Yeah. This is a metaphor for my life.
Like, how could I have missed it? It was in the laundry room, but somehow it was like behind this tote thing of hats.
Yeah. course it was.
I just don't. We can't
thing.
stay on top of everything. We're always running. We come into the house, we drop stuff from whatever we've just been, and we run out again. And then next time we come back, we're too tired to move the stuff that we just dropped.
I was going to ask you about rituals that you go through when you come home. Like, are there certain, you get home, suppose you've been gone for most of the day and you come home, what are the first, 5 things that you do?
You let the dog out, you feed the cats, you take off whatever uncomfortable thing you're wearing. And usually it's my work clothes, which then I kind of dump them someplace and pieces of
You
them.
can't dump Victorian dresses.
I do. Sometimes I drape them on a chair or a bed or wherever because they're so big and bulky that I don't wash them every day. I wash them once a week because I wear several.
Once a week, a Victorian dress? Really? Is that hard? Do you have to iron it?
No, I don't iron it. I mean, this summer I've been, to save myself some work, I've been wearing almost all, basically what a farm woman would wear. Very, very cotton, easy to care for, lightweight stuff. Mm-hmm. So I haven't really been wearing a lot of the, more satins and taffetas and little vests and all the frou-frou.
Fancy stuff that's hard to wash.
No, I've been looking like a farm maid.
Nice.
So
I bet those older men who come to the museum, I bet they like that
it's so funny. I almost
barn look, barn maid.
As annoying as
What'd you call it? Milker?
I don't know what I called it. As annoying as the older men are.
Milkmaid.
Yesterday it was children that were so annoying.
Oh, okay. You tell me, but let's get back to milk in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, but we have to play a song too. But I got to tell you about the milk thing because it's a career thing for you potentially.
Okay.
Milkmaid. It's funny you brought it up. You brought it up.
I like
of
to
your
milk
own volition.
Things.
You brought it up.
I'm good at milking.
Yeah. Did you want to talk about awful children?
No, I'll just we had no weirdo middle-aged men yesterday, so that was fine, but the children were just as bad. Some woman comes in, and she's got a little screaming boy under her arm, and she plunks him down, and I say, he's still screaming, he's thrashing, he was clearly having a tantrum of some sort, and she's kind of ignoring it, which, good for her, that's what you do when they have a tantrum. So I try to ask her over his screaming, are you guys looking for a museum tour? And she was like, no, thanks. We're not really into history, but, we've been in the car a long time and Aiden just really need to stretch his legs. So I'm already a little bit weirded out because here we have this whole beautiful property that's great for little kids to run on. And she's come into my Victorian museum with her screaming, kicking kid. So he's now gotten up and he's getting into everything. Our fireplace has antique fireplace tools like tongs and things. So he's grabbing all those and waving them around. And I take them away from him, and kind of glance at her like, what, how come you're letting your kid do this? And she's just scrolling through her phone, sitting there. And I'm like, we have, great space outside if he wants to run around. We've got a little fairy village. And she was like, no, thanks. It's really windy out there. And her kid's taking all the brochures. He's taking all of our our newsletters and throwing them on the floor, and he looked like he'd had a popsicle or something. He's all sticky red goo.
Of course. And
she's totally ignoring it. I'm trying to keep her kid from trashing things. And she doesn't want to go outside because it's too windy. She doesn't want a museum tour. And then she asked me if we have Wi-Fi. And I lie and I say, no, we don't have any Wi-Fi, but the library next door has Wi-Fi. So she finally takes her kid over there. But wow, would you really do that? Would you be a woman and come into a very fussy Victorian museum with your kid who's touching and freaking out and say you don't want a tour?
Yeah.
It's not a rest stop. It's not a highway rest stop. You're not stretching your legs.
I can very clearly remember parents who just would bring their kids to my house and then just completely turn their back while their kids ran around and
Right, but that was more probably even a play date, right? You had kids. It made a little bit of sense to bring kids to a place where there are kids instead of an old-timey museum and then just be like, we don't have anything to do with this museum. We're just coming in here.
Well, but clearly if she didn't have any interest in history, they didn't have a value on what a historical museum was. It just looked like a house to them.
And then a grandma came later with 2 little kids, and they were crazy, running around outside, screaming, throwing little rocks.
What a great day.
Yeah, and she had a big mangy dog with her. I love dogs. I love big mangy dogs. But we have no dogs obviously can come in.
No wonder you're wearing eye makeup today.
Just What are people
trying to
thinking?
get
You
over
could bring
this
a dog into a
trauma.
Victorian museum? And they came at 4:55. Like, we were shutting, and I had already locked the door. And they were banging on the door and not understanding why they couldn't come in. I was just really sorry. Let's play a song now, and I'll just
This is a perfect
scream
song
into a
for you.
pillow
This is
for
a
a minute.
perfect song for you.
What
Because
is it?
today's theme, it's called crying.
Oh,
Okay, so you can cry, and all that eye makeup will just stream down. Okay,
there's a substance I haven't tried to get it off with yet.
tears.
Tears.
It was a sweet success. I took off my dress and I made a mess. Just because you thought that I was lonely, I'd be your only one, expected nothing less. You took the dim light right from my eyes. You criticizing, it was so amazing. Stole the wind right from my sails, and you turned to leave me, but I caught you, I nailed you. You should be crying for your shame, for your lying and blaming me. And you ought to be begging for forgiveness for lighting the flame in me. You didn't mean to get involved with me, to baby doll me, well, you should not call me. 'Cause in the light you looked so nice, but your dark side shines twice as boldly, baby. Try to tell me in your sneaky way how you love me tomorrow, like you should have today. It won't matter about the break of dawn, 'cause I'll be gone, I'll be well on my way. You should be crying for your shame, for your lying and your blaming
That was Libby Kirkpatrick.
I liked that, what
Her
I
song
heard
Crying.
when I wasn't swearing.
I know. Well, it
between.
seemed logical because the first song I played was called Learning to Cry, and then I saw Libby's song Crying. I thought, yeah, let's go with that.
Sad stuff.
Yeah. Then we're going to have another downer kind of song. Well, I didn't,
great.
not to say that was a downer, but something that's, about human emotions. Since we've just talked about hookup culture where you're not supposed to have emotions, but we kind of like emotions, you and me.
Yeah.
Don't we?
Yep.
And so I just want to get back to this milkmaid concept because I think this is
about milk.
Yeah, this is a business opportunity that is right under your nose, and for some reason you're just not taking up on it. You're not.
My
picking
sheep
up
don't
on
like
it.
to be milked, if that's what you're going to suggest.
No, I think this is like it might involve getting some cows, but it's
I have a cow.
okay. You could probably do it with one.
She's not really a milk cow, and she has very big horns, but
Okay. Well, the
give me your idea. And
okay, the ancient Swedish herding call, right?
the kulning or whatever.
Yes,
it's
exactly. Kulning. So all you have to do, this is all you have to do.
Okay.
You have to dress up in a long white dress. You
sent me this video. I can't copy that girl.
Yes, you can.
She's really awesome.
She's in Sweden.
Well,
You're a Vermont version.
She's gone everywhere on the internet.
You French braid your hair. You wander wistfully into the field with some cows, and you sing. And then you have somebody film it, and you're married to a filmmaker. So what is stopping you?
That's like plagiarism.
Look, this woman, Jonna, I looked at the video this morning. It's a very short video. She's got 154,000 views. She's got 19,000.
Yeah, she's
Listen,
also super pretty, and she's a really pretty voice.
you don't get that close up to her to decide if she's pretty or not.
But you can hear
She's
her.
just a beautiful
I'm going to go out there and yodel. And
Have you ever heard of a visage?
Yes.
It's the impression that it makes. It's in the beautiful countryside.
Why don't you do this?
No, I'm not the type.
You can sing better.
You know how many comments were on her video? 19,000, and she had 139,000 shares on Facebook. Do you think it's fake? Faked?
No.
You really think it could be that popular?
Yeah. I loved it.
And she says...
I liked it. I was one of those likes.
Yeah, she says if you
And you were one of those shares because you shared it to me.
Okay, that's true. Says if you like my film and Kulning, I would be so thankful if you would like it and share it or leave a little comment. And then she puts a heart. I guess it worked. See how easy it is?
I know.
Yeah.
You just have to hit the right thing, though. My cow would come if I called it, but
I'm sure your
it would
cow
come
would come.
and it would gore me because she just doesn't get where her horns are.
Well, they're on her head, so what do you expect?
But I thought, big cow with big horns. We will tame it and make it very, very tame. And so we did this. And that's actually a mistake when you have a cow that could be physically dangerous, because a tame cow is more dangerous than a non-tame cow.
Because it rubs up against you?
Because it wants to play with you and it wants to rub on you and you're its mother. So it comes and it swings its horns around and tries to itch its head on you. And if you're not looking every second, you can get impaled by its horns. If it was a little more skittish and nervous, it would not be coming and rubbing on you. So we've actually made a mistake by having this very incredibly tame cow with enormous spiky horns.
I see. You don't have normal problems.
No, I don't. But Mookie Betts is awfully cute, so she does make up for her horning people with cuteness.
Yeah. People are probably wondering why they didn't hear the train go by today.
That's because it happened when we were playing music.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Kristina writhed on the floor in ecstasy, and I didn't remark on it.
I did not.
She's right, she didn't.
But I did. I read this article today called, it was from the Gross National Happiness Project.
Gross national happiness?
Yeah, like gross national product. That.
Sure.
That's,
okay. Not like gross.
That's
ew, gross me out the door.
No, it's an indicator supposedly of the, success of a nation. But there's this group that's trying to change that and have the measure of success be based on happiness, how much happiness there is.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, and so the headline said, a happiness-bound freight train is coming. Hear the hum, feel the vibration, pack your bags, and prepare to jump on board.
Did that just give you a little shiver of
Well, I was hoping to.
excitement?
I was hoping to say this when the train was actually coming. I was going to surprise you to say something a little bit different, but then I missed my chance because the train just went.
You could have
by.
said it even without the microphones on.
No,
I think I would laugh at you equally, whether the microphones are on or off.
Okay,
Pretty sure, but that's good. I like measuring happiness as a deciding factor of success. That's a great idea.
It's way, way better than. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I'm afraid our country would probably not measure up so well at the moment, though. We don't seem terribly chipper of late.
no, we're not particularly chipper. But it's not that we're not working on it. I mean, I'm working on it day and night, 24 hours a day.
Well, you have to be.
am working on trying to generate, higher states of, I don't want to say happiness, but just a deeper level of perhaps self-reflection to the point that if I can see clearly about myself, then perhaps I can see the world more clearly. And that should benefit us all, because there is hidden beauty behind the crap.
Well, my lawnmower is broken again, and there is no hidden beauty behind it. What's going
There
on?
is
What's
beauty.
going on?
There's-
I'm going through a lawnmower belt every 2 weeks.
There is beauty in the machine, the way that precision machine works together. If you took the time to look at that, you would just love it.
I think I've looked at it a few too many times because we have to keep taking the mower deck off, buying a new belt at Trottier's, which is like $50 that I'm spending every couple weeks, thread it back on all these random pulleys, and we're doing it right. We looked it up online because we kept thinking maybe it's breaking because we're putting it on wrong.
You have karma because you just went through the whole tractor thing last time.
Yeah.
And now you're on
all the tractors are still broken.
I know. Well, I had problems this week too, but my problems were more with digital software and like communicating with customer service representatives, and it wasn't all a big high point this week. Sometimes I have a great time talking to those customer service representatives, but not this week. Let me tell you, it was awful. It was so awful. They said everything that I wanted them to say, they didn't say, and I had to spend so much time. I sat at Dandelion Acres in my car. I was trying to just go there and buy some plants, and 45 minutes on the phone with the AT&T, just trying to do this simple thing. So that's what my week was like.
That's terrible.
It's just the same. It's just because the electromagnetic...
Nothing ever works. Nothing works.
That is sun flares, solar flares. So don't take it personally is what I'm saying.
I don't think solar flares are freaking up my lawnmower.
Yeah, it's about voltage.
It's not any bit electronic.
It's about voltage and electrical disturbances.
No, I'm driving over apples, and when I drive over apples, the bumpiness makes it pop off, and then it gets sawed through by another one of the pulleys.
It's time to go off the air.
What?
Yeah, it is. So we have to say thank you to our sponsors, Howeville Farm, Mountain Folk, and Tunbridge Grease Collective, and to this wonderful station, Royalton Community Radio, which we're so lucky to broadcast on every single Friday at 11 o'clock.
WFVRLP.
Yes, and they rebroadcast us on Saturday nights at 11, I think. We occasionally get comments at 11 o'clock on Saturday night.
We do?
On Facebook.
Weird.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
How come? Does this station have like one of those little call songs like WFVR?
No, thankfully.
96 point.
Yeah, so we're going to play one last song here, and it's going to get cut off, but come to the podcast at our website or on iTunes, and you can hear the whole thing.
11thhourradio.com.
Okay, this is Julie James, Down to the Bottom Side. We'll see you next week. Thanks
See you
for
next
listening.
week, guys. Bye.
I heard you talking in my head. I see you smiling like you know something. Where could you think we're going now? You're only in my way. So why don't you just leave me alone? Don't block that door no more, gal. There's something I want inside. sit there waiting, I ain't got the time. I'm on my way, I'm gonna fly. The bottom side. There ain't nothing left in me for you to steal away. So why don't you just leave me alone? Don't lock that door no more, gal. There's something I want inside. Don't sit there waiting, I ain't got the time. I'm on my way, and I'm gonna fly. I look before me, I see the open sky. No looking back, I'm here to say goodbye. No bitterness will get a hold on me, I only wish you well. So why don't you just leave me alone?